welcome to my channel. I am Alex and this channel is called Alex's Art Corner, a place where I like to share my journey as a self-taught mixed media artist and some of my musings on a variety of topics from intentional living to minimalism and even some more deep philosophical things that keep popping into my head on a regular basis. So as I said, my name is Alex and I am originally from Romania, but I've been living in the UK, London for the last 12, this year is going to be actually 13 years, a big milestone indeed. And I have a lot of experience being in a variety of settings as a person exposing herself in different ways. But for someone who is primarily an introvert and a highly sensitive person, this is not always easy in terms of my energy levels. So in this video I wanted to talk about how staying committed to my practice as an artist becomes a little bit trickier when I have to juggle everyday life, and I'm sure this is the case for most of you, but I just wanted to share my own experience on here because it helps me make sense of it for myself first of all, and secondly in the hope that it might help some of you out there. So from the title of this video, you would be expecting a little chat about commitment. And commitment is such a big word and a scary word indeed, because it implies basically creating some kind of contract between you and the object of your, I guess, desire. So let's say you have a project to finish, and by committing to it you will obviously say a big yes to achieving that particular goal, or let's say creating that particular thing if you're an artist. But at the same time there are so many other things that you will end up saying no to. So commitment in many ways to me implies saying a big yes to that particular thing that you have in mind, your vision, let's say, while at the same time being aware of all the other things that you will end up saying no to. So whenever you commit to something as an artist, be aware of the fact that you might say no to, let's say, seeing your friends often, or you might say no to other things that you may be paid for. So in consequence you might have to juggle your financial expectations in a different way. So a big yes will always come to a no, or will imply saying no to other things. So I believe in the power of example, and for myself, when I commit to daily practices like yoga, meditation, or art journaling, which is one of my favorite ways to relax and to quiet and slow down, when I commit to these things, I often end up saying no to maybe sleeping a little bit more, maybe cooking for a longer time a more complex meal, or reading maybe for a few more hours, or taking on more hours at work. So I have a day job that takes up most of my time. I am a teacher and teacher trainer, and in my daily, I guess, life, I am constantly trying to make sure that my energy levels are high enough to dedicate myself fully and completely to the things that I want to do. So this is a question, something to ponder for yourselves as well. What are your energy levels and how do they change? If you think about your cycle, if you're a woman, how do your hormones and the changes that come with that during the month influence your levels of energy. All these little things come to mind when you need to commit, and committing to art, which may not be a source of income for many of you. Like in my case, I don't actually make money from my art, but what I gain from it is priceless, I think, for myself. So in that case, all the other things that you say no to by committing to this big yes, to this practice, in my case, hopefully for this year, a daily practice, all these things need to be weighed up. By this time, if you've been watching this video up to this point, which I am so grateful for, you will have seen this so far from a variety of angles, and also hopefully you will have heard me talk about how commitment can be a major thing in your practice as an artist. So when I think of commitment, I also think about your why. Why do you make art? Why do you decide to pursue a career as an artist? Why do you sit down every day at your desk, my beautiful desk over there, and make art? What drives you? Why do you make this decision? Why am I making this decision? So it's really important to come back to this why. And commitment and the big yes that comes with it, coupled with understanding and knowing and constantly reminding yourselves of your why, is the base of amazing, magical things like your artwork. So this is the end of this video, and I want to leave you with a journal prompt. I want to end all my videos from now on with a little homework. It's the teacher in me, but also the action taker. So what is the prompt I've got for you today? You can art journal, or you can just journal around the topic of commitment with these prompts. The first prompt is finish this sentence: I make art because. The second prompt is I commit to making art, and then you have to fill the blank with whatever the time frame or the I guess frequency you have in mind. So in my case, it's a big one. I am committing to making art and sharing it this year in 2023 daily. But for you, it might be different. It might be every other day, every other week, once a week. But it's very important to have that clear time frame. So I encourage you to inquire and ask yourselves, and obviously think about your own timetable and all the other things that come to mind. Obviously, the things you have to say no to that we talked about earlier, and come back to this idea of frequency. How often are you committing to creating and sharing? In my case, just creating is just half the job. Sharing is the other half. For me to feel that I am really allowing myself to be an artist, the sharing part is essential. For you, it may not be. So it could be just that you're making your art and you're achieving whatever the why was, the initial prompt, but nothing else is added to it. So, as I said, finish the sentence: I commit in 2023 to making and sharing art, in my case daily. Again, fill the blank. Because. And then I would encourage you to brainstorm more than 3, 4, as many reasons as possible. And if you can, print them out and have them somewhere where you can see them. Write them down on a post-it, or maybe read them out loud and create a lovely affirmation audio track for yourself when you are on the train in busy London like myself, and feel quite overwhelmed by your day. A daily reminder that would help you get through the harder times. So this is it from me. I'm reminding you the themes of today's video were commitment to your practice, and the consequences of saying yes to your practice, i.e. saying no to certain things. How do you manage your time and your energy levels? And then in practical terms, to help you go through the more complicated moments when you feel a bit overwhelmed, like I often do, some journal prompts to help you and to hopefully enhance your practice. So thank you so much for being here. I'm very, very excited for this new year. I am doing a few series of videos like this and experimenting and trying out a few things, because my word of the year is play. So I'm playing with angles, I'm playing with light, I'm playing with, I don't know, flower arrangements, patterns, fairy lights, all the things, without judging myself or the thing, and without or with fewer expectations than I would normally have. So thank you so much for being here. I hope this video was useful in some way, or at least entertaining, and could you please remember to maybe subscribe, share this video, comment below. I really want to hear from you, because I would love to start a conversation around these topics, and hopefully they are interesting for you as well, as they are for me. So as usual, I'm wishing you a beautiful week ahead and hope to see you in the next video. And as usual, from my heart to yours, much love and light. See you soon, my friends.